That's right, 10 Nintendo Switch games you need to add right NIZZLE. They're gonna start mowing the lawn now, seriously. If you can sympathize, make sure you're subscribed, alright? When I travel, I have to use my fixture S1 because it can collapse like that. I can put it exactly where I need for my Switch playing. And I can't play with Joy-Cons, I gotta use the Pro Controller, so that's perfect for me. Well, I got a link in the description below, both where you can purchase one and make sure you enter to win as well. I want you to win one of these. I mean, they're just awesome. I've been having a lot of fun streaming Cursed to Golf on Twitch, and I definitely gotta showcase this to you right now. Yeah, the very first game featured a golf game. What? Well, it's so much more than just a golf game. This is a 2D, that's right, 2D, kind of side-scrolling golf game, in a way. Well, we learned quickly with games like Golf Story, and then even way before Ribbit King, I played it on GameCube, golf games can be a lot of fun. And the gimmick behind this one, well, without spoiling too much about the story, you're basically a ghost, and you're playing golf in this kind of alternate realm. Your driver, your iron, your wedge, whatever works best for you in the situation to get closer to the goal, the hole, naturally. You can smash these trophies to get you extra shots, and you need to do that too. You only have 5 per round, so you need as many as you can get. And multiple paths and multiple ways to get to the end of the hole, so there's a lot of strategy involved with this game too. Now this gameplay footage I'm doing here, this is actually the first boss of the first round here. But as I said, it's rogue light, which means every time you play it, some stuff may be moved around a little bit. So every time you play it, it may be a different gameplay experience for you. You also get these special cards that you can utilize to maybe rewind a couple of swings, put you in a better situation, or maybe give you extra hits. You can stop time, you can make it go backwards, stuff like that too. So much going on with Cursed to Golf. It's available for multiple platforms. I'm playing it on the Nintendo Switch. You definitely got to check it out. Frog Gun was one I was really looking forward to as soon as I saw it. I think it was on one of those Nintendo Indie showcases. I had to check it out because not only does it look fun for me, but it just looks like that PS1 aesthetic. And maybe a little bit like Nintendo 64 as well. 3D platformer called Frog Gun because you have a frog that is your gun. You pull the trigger and a tongue comes out to either grab items, grab enemies. You can chuck them at other things. You can also use them to, pull yourself closer, almost like a horizontal grappling hook. I suppose you could use it like that too. Plenty of obstacles. You can swing the camera around. Camera angle reminds me a bit of that Captain Toad game. You can even use your frog gun to, pull out platforms to get yourself higher and stuff like that too. A lot of exploration going on with this game. A lot of fun to be had with this game too. And I love games that look like this, that have bosses, and the bosses are fun and creative, and it's like, okay, I get it. I get how to do the boss here. Frog Gun, definitely gotta check it out. Pac-Man World Repacked, what? You may have remembered this game from back in the day, and it is available once again for you on the console of your choice. I'm playing this on the Nintendo Switch. If you're not familiar with this game in the first place, well, I mean, it is a 3D action platformer Pac-Man game. I say 3D, you can't flip the camera around, so it stays, it stays on the path that it chooses to go. The fruit you picked up, the fruit is used more like keys in this game. You can pick up a fruit and it'll open up, it'll use it to open the door. That you might have a switch in there, and then the switch will activate something, whether it be a moving platform or the dots and the power pellets, of course. I mean, that's Pac-Man at its core, is, using the dots and the power pellets to gobble up the ghosts and all that per little area. When they show up anyway. There's other enemies in this game too. You can jump, you can do that kind of butt bounce thing. This game may remind you a little bit of like an Astrobot or a Sackboy, but before both of those, we had this. There's even little things you can find that make it go kind of old school Pac-Man, so you're actually going around the maze and eating up all the dots and stuff like that too. Kind of fun to see, have a little throwback in there. I was a big fan of this game. I believe I played it on the PlayStation 1 more than anything, and cool to see it again on something like this for your Nintendo Switch. After Wave Downfall is a game I've been having a lot of fun with recently. It's kind of like a bullet hell shooter, a vertical shooter, that happens to take place on the water. Like you're on this little, jet boat, jet ski type thing. You're on the jet ski, you're shooting down these enemies, you got your massive waves of bullets, you can also do like your, more powerful attacks, you got missiles that can kind of hone in on the enemies too. The gameplay footage tells the whole story on what this game's all about. There's bosses and everything. After Wave Downfall, one you want to check out. Did you know they made a Turrican Anthology Volume 1? Well, this is chock full of Turrican. If you're an old school Turrican fan, you know, a lot of people compare them to, like, maybe today standards would be like a Contra, but a lot of people knew it as Turrican first, and a lot of people, I mean, this is taking it all the way back, buddy. There's 5 versions of Turrican on this anthology collection, including things, you know, like bonus material, galleries, and stuff like that, too. Those are always kind of fun to check out. Of course, you got Turrican, the one that started it all, old school Turrican. Again, this is your run and gun style game here. Can't go wrong. You have Turrican 2 as well. Well, you get enough of the first one, you got the second one as well. Gotta love the Turrican games, man. You just run and gun and pick up all these items and new weaponry and stuff like that too. Always fun. Super Turrican, taking it to the Super Nintendo style game here now. More Turrican, more of the same. Gotta love it. You even have Super Turrican, the Director's Cut. Now, I'm not exactly familiar yet with what the Director's Cut involves versus what the Standard Edition involves, but I like the fact that there is a Director's Cut version. I'm looking forward to checking out one and playing through the other. And there's even Mega Turrican Score Attack. This is your Sega Genesis style, Mega Drive style Turrican game too. And don't worry, if you're moving too fast or you happen to fall in a hole, there is a rewind button on these Turrican games, so you can keep on playing and, you know, kind of set yourself for a better position next time. And I know what you're thinking, where's the rest of them? Well, the good news is there's also Turrican Anthology Volume 2. They both came out at the same time. You down for Turrican 3? I know you are. Mega Turrican, well, the other one was the Score Attack. This is your Mega Turrican right here. We also have Mega Turrican Director's Cut. Again, going back to the Director's Cut, just gonna make it maybe a better experience for you. Super Turrican 2, well, absolutely. This one is the preferred favorite of many of the people who like the Turrican games. Happy that this is on here. This is on the Anthology Volume 2. It definitely has that Super Nintendo vibe to it, doesn't it? Just by looking at it. And you also have the Super Turrican Score Attack, and that's going to finalize both of these Super Turrican games. Got to add them both on this collection because, hey, gotta love it. 2 games, you end up getting 10 games. Can't go wrong there. It's not Chameleon, it's Chameleon. Chameleon. Well, you play as kind of a chameleon who is constantly running on this little beam. Is constantly running on this beam, and that's when the fun begins. Because you can jump off and you just start going on these paths and everything. And, you know, hopefully you can jump to the right area so you don't just end up falling in like that. It's alright though, you can just start again and keep on going and, you know, maybe find a different path that works best for you to get to the finish line. You're just constantly moving, constantly going. You can slow down and speed it up a little bit too if that's going to help you out. It might just on some of these areas here. It's just crazy, keep on moving. You know, these kind of games are fun for a while. I like the game, and the fact that I like the colors in this game. Love the purple, love that, you know. It was a surprise for me to see this game, and I had to check it out. I'm glad I did. Chameleon, check it out. We can never go wrong with games that feature cats on here. Cat slide tiles. These are the kind of puzzle games I love to bring with me on flights when I travel with my Nintendo Switch. Well, it's like those sliding tile games, you know, like minus the numbers, but this is with land. And soon as the path opens up where the cat can leave where the cat starts, all the way through, get the keys, and go through the door, you finish the level. However, if it's not perfect yet, and maybe you set up a path that works, but the keys aren't involved, well, you'll still go through the path, but you won't make it through the next level. So then you have to go back and, you know, slide things around a little bit more. And you can slide as much as you want. I don't think there's a limit on how many times you can slide stuff around, just as long as you get to the point where as soon as there's a clear path, that's all it is, just a clear path for the cat to get to where it needs to go from the start to the end, the cat will just move automatically. So you need to make sure that that last tile slides into place at the right time, with the right timing and everything, to get the keys that you need to go through the door. You can also move the screen around too, if that's going to help you out too. Cat slide tiles, I love games like this. These are the fun chill games that I play in between other games. A little brain refresher. This is your pickled ginger to your sushi. Grab something like cat slide tiles and play it in between your mega violent games. You need something like this in your life. How about something new from Atari? That's right. Yars Recharged. Now, I don't think anybody liked Yars Revenge more than I did. I was a super big fan of this game. I was around when Yars Revenge first came out. Tells you how old I am. And Yars Recharged, well, it's a little bit of a take on the classic here. Now, you still play as kind of a bug ship thing. You can shoot your bullets, and you can also kind of nibble and gnaw at these little hex grids that they have in place here. A couple of things that make it a little different. These little cannon things, you can destroy those and get different kind of weapons, different kind of weapon upgrades. That's kind of neat. And when you get enough of these golden orbs, it'll open up this giant tank that you fly into, and you shoot a couple of giant blasts, and hopefully destroy the core and move on to the next stage. Tons of stages in this game too, multiplayer as well. You can play this game multiple, couch co-op and all that. Different styles as well. There's missions, there's arcade mode. reasons to keep playing this game. Yars Recharged, it's available right now, you want to check it out. Restless Soul. Restless Soul is a game that you really need to check out. Simple design, simple graphics, the comedy is everything. The writing is brilliant. I was cracking up the entire time I was playing this game. And not a better time for me to speak when I'm doing a video right when they start mowing the lawn. Happens every time. Yeah, you're a ghost, and yeah, you're trying to uncover things, and yeah, you're trying to do stuff, but I don't even care what the end goal is. I just think it's fun to maneuver around and talk to everyone and listen. I mean, there's jokes around every corner. It's hilarious. It's definitely kind of fourth wall breaking, funny stuff happening in this game here. And you can shoot. I mean, that's the other part too. Yeah, you can shoot the other enemies, and you know they kind of shoot at you too, and that's how you can move on and maneuver on and all that too. Yeah, you got to find the keys to open stuff and help people out too. And I may have lied on the title of this video just a little bit because this game is not out yet. However, you can wishlist it, so when it is available, then you're able to grab it as soon as you can. But I am able to show you at least this much gameplay footage for this game called Restless Soul. Fun game so far. The comedy is everything. I love games with good writing like this. And yeah, I mean, I like how the game looks too. If you skipped the intro, you missed the part where I was doing a giveaway on this thing. So I got you. Make sure you enter to win. Link in the description below. Thank you for watching.